Breaking now, live at 5, officials have identified the man found stabbed to death on the porch of a Chesterfield home. Now police are searching for information as we learn more about how it happened.
The mayor's Navy Hill project is dead, and now City Council starting anew with ideas to improve the city. What it says is the first step moving forward.
It was another gloomy day across central Virginia with showers most of the day. We'll tell you when you could be seeing the sun again in your first alert forecast.
And controversy in a Henrico classroom when a woman calls 12 upset after a movie clip shows a sit-in during the civil rights era in class. Why the school system is defending the decision to show it.
On your side, this is NBC 12 Live at 5.
We begin tonight with a live look outside as the final drops of rain move out of the area.
But that's about as far as the good news goes, as we can expect those clouds to stick around and colder temperatures to move in. Meteorologist Jim Duncan joins us now with the latest. Jim?
Yeah, the cloudiness hanging tough. We're looking to the west now. This is our sky cam. We kind of turned the vantage point west-southwest down Midlothian Turnpike. Hints of some brightening on the horizon here. We are going to see some partial clearing tonight, but the rain is pretty much out of here. There's some spits of rain and drizzle right now in spots, but even though there's clouds looming large in the picture here, they're probably not going to continue to produce much in the way of rain, for us at least for a while, as we see some slow clearing coming in tonight. 61 our temperature right now, still really warm. And these are other readings on our JES weather computers over the area. Prince George North Elementary, 59, 0.8 of an inch of rain today since midnight. Kilmarnock, Lancaster Middle School, 59.62, and 0.6 of an inch up at Randolph-Macon. You're currently in the upper 50s at Ashland. So it's warm out there throughout the area, of course, but the rain moving on out. You can see it's continuing in the southeastern part of the state, but it will continue to trek away, at least briefly, before the next round arrives, probably about this time tomorrow. More on your updated first alert forecast in a few minutes. Kurt and Carla.
All right, Jim, we'll check back. Thank you. Richmond City Council now plotting a path forward following a contentious meeting over the now tanked Navy Hill project.
Last night, a majority of council members scrapped the $1.5 billion development, saying the process needs to start all over again. Richmond reporter Henry Graff is live outside the Coliseum tonight. And Henry, it seems like it's back to the drawing board.
Yeah, Carla and Kurt, it does seem like that is what's happening, though the majority of City Council who voted to block Navy Hill last night all believe there is a different way to bring development here to downtown Richmond. Today marked day one of making that happen. In addition to blocking the massive project, Council also approved a resolution last night that lays the blueprint to solicit development in the area of the now closed Richmond Coliseum. Richmond City Councilor Kristen Larson, who voted against Navy Hill, says one of the first steps is getting a proper appraisal of the land to see how much it's all worth. Other big questions include, should there be a new arena at all, and how the city will pay for it.
I think the big vision is something that we hope that will come from the community, as well as, the diversity from getting a number of bids and possible projects for that area that could come if we lower the restrictions that were in the first RFP and open it up to more possibilities.
All those ads you've been seeing about Navy Hill are also coming to an end. That includes television and social media ads pushing for a yes vote, but I am told it may take a few days for them to be completely scrubbed from public view. Also, just into NBC 12, the mayor is saying in a statement offering an olive branch to City Council, now saying that he wants to work with Council on a pathway forward to bring about some kind of development right here to downtown Richmond. Live at 5 here in downtown Richmond, I'm Henry Graff, NBC 12 News.
Thanks, Henry. We're following some breaking news from Chesterfield, where police have now identified the man found stabbed to death outside a home last night. He is 33-year-old Jamar Golightly.
The stabbing happened on Cherry Hill Park Avenue, and police are still searching for answers. Live at 5, Enzo Domingo is live outside of Richmond Police Headquarters with new information. Enzo.
Yeah, Carla and Kurt, police are telling me that Golightly did not live at the house where he was found, but rather he did live on that block. Now, police were on scene around 11:30 last night when they found Golightly dead on the front porch of a home. Now, investigators were still on Cherry Hill Park Avenue as of this morning, finally leaving around 10:45. Now, one neighbor that we spoke to said he was leaving for work while officials were still out there, and he tells me he was worried for his wife's safety while he was gone.
I was calling her back and forth, checking to see if the police was still out here. And she said they were still out here, you know, and yeah, it bothered me.
Now, no word yet from police on a suspect in this case, but they are asking for anybody with information on the stabbing to give them a call or to call Crime Solvers at 748-0660. Now, we are live at 5 out here in Chesterfield County. Enzo Domingo, NBC 12.
Thanks, Enzo. Today, the rideshare community comes together to remember one of their own who was shot and killed by a passenger in Chesterfield. Franklin Ferens was a 79-year-old Lyft driver. He was found dead in his car on Providence Creek Road. This was back on January 28th. 18-year-old Bernard Smith is charged in his death. Tonight, AJ Nwoko live on Providence Creek Road where that vigil took place.
Hey Kurt, as you can see behind me, there is a small group of rideshare drivers who are gathered to remember the life of Franklin Ferens. As you know, he was killed back in January by his passenger in his Lyft's car. That passenger's name is Bernard Smith. He was just 18 years old when he took Ferens' life. But right now, this group behind me, they're not just talking about Ferens and the life that he lived, but they're also talking about ways other Lyft drivers and Uber drivers can be safe when doing their job. And they're also talking about ways they can vet their passengers before they get in the car with them. For your news at 5:30, you'll hear more from how some Lyft drivers are holding up in this incident. But for now, live at 5 in Chesterfield, AJ Nwoko, NBC 12 News.
All right, thank you. Today is crossover day in the General Assembly. That means it is the last chance for each chamber to act on its own legislation. Now, no new bills can be introduced. Several high-profile bills moved ahead today, including one aimed at banning assault weapons and other firearm accessories like high-capacity magazines. The House and Senate have also approved measures giving cities and counties the choice to remove, relocate, or alter monuments, giving local governments autonomy in Confederate monument decisions. Also approved by the House, raising Virginia's minimum wage to $15 an hour by the year 2022. Of course, in order to become law, both chambers have to pass the bills, and then, of course, the governor would have to sign them.
In Henrico, a grandparent of an Elko middle school student is voicing her concerns after a movie scene from a sit-in during the civil rights movement was shown in class. Now, the parent feels it promotes hatred and racism. Live at 5, Henrico reporter Karina Bolster is near Elko Middle School tonight. And Karina, you spoke with that grandparent. What movie is this scene from?
Well, Carla, the scene is from the 2013 movie called The Butler, which is loosely based on a man named Eugene Allen. He was a longtime worker, a black butler who worked in the White House for 34 years. Now, this grandmother says her 6th grade grandson came home from school last week upset after seeing the clip of the sit-in scene. Due to copyright laws, we're not able to show you the video, but it shows a group of young black men and women during the civil rights era enter an establishment for whites only and sit at the counter. Later in the scene, you see a group of white men and women harass the other group, squirting condiments, spitting on them, and using the N-word and other derogatory terms.
You know, teaching black history is one thing. Teaching racism and hate is another. And that's what I took it as. You know, it wasn't showing anything good that was ever done. It was just showing the bad. And I felt that it was inappropriate.
And we reached out to the school system who connected us with the school system's diversity and opportunities officer. She had a different view about that scene. Take a listen.
Showing the film was countering hatred by saying, hey, let me tell you how powerful it is when you resist something that you know is unequivocally wrong.
Now, the school system says the clip was shown in context during a lesson as part of Black History Month. They also added letters to parents about short movie clips that may be shown in class are not typically sent home. Ahead at 6, we'll let you know what this grandmother is now demanding of the school system. Live at 5 outside Elko Middle School in Henrico, Karina Bolster, NBC 12 News.
Thanks, Karina. Well, from 9 a.m. until 3 this afternoon, Henrico students took part in a conference for kids interested in pursuing careers in education. Now, the Teachers for Tomorrow Creative Symposium paves the way for students wanting to learn and understand the teaching profession. Henrico County Public School Superintendent and the 2019 National Teacher of the Year, Rodney Robinson, were among the many educators present. In all, about 100 juniors and seniors across the district participated.
This week, thousands of people will converge on the state capitol for the second Virginia March for Life. On Thursday, Right to Life activists say they want their voices heard as lawmakers debate abortion. They'll rally at the state capitol shortly before noon Thursday. The march takes place afterwards. And that means multiple street closures Thursday afternoon. Portions of Broad, Main, Franklin, and Grace will be blocked from noon until at least 3 o'clock. Parking restrictions will be in place starting at 9 o'clock Thursday morning. We've posted the full list of impacted streets on NBC12.com.
Well, now to a crime alert out of Richmond, where police want to know if you've seen this package thief. Now, these pictures are from a home security system on Seminary Avenue. Police say the theft happened sometime today, so if you have any information, call Crime Stoppers.
And in New Kent, officials need your help to track down a man caught on camera stealing from a Virginia ABC store last week. This is the suspect seen leaving the store on New Kent Highway without paying for his items. We're told the suspect got into a gray SUV waiting outside. Anyone with information is asked to call the New Kent Sheriff's Office. Well, the coronavirus continues to impact hundreds of thousands of people across the globe, including a Virginia couple quarantined on a cruise ship. Next on Live at 5, we're hearing from the husband stuck on that ship while his wife is treated at a Japanese military hospital.
A roadblock for Virginia Beach families who lost their loved ones in last year's mass shooting. The next step after a bill proposing a state-initiated investigation is scrapped at the last second.
And later, the voting continues in the nation's first primary of 2020. We've got the latest from New Hampshire and what's next for the Democratic hopefuls coming up.
And just a reminder, our Call 12 lines are open right now. If you have a comment, question, or a story idea, these volunteers want to hear from you. 345-1212 is the number to call until 6:30. Breaking news just into our newsroom. The state health department just announced the first pediatric flu death of the season. The report only says the person who died was between 13 to 17 years old and from somewhere in the northern part of the state. Now, the state health department says the flu has been widespread ever since December.
House lawmakers drop a bill to create a state investigation into the Virginia Beach shooting. The House Bill 658 would have established a state commission to investigate the massacre that killed 12 people and injured 4 others. Families of the victims lobbied for the bill because they're frustrated by the ongoing criminal investigation. But a House panel chose not to move forward, to the disappointment of Jason Nixon, who lost his wife in that shooting.
I feel like I'm fighting a political machine. I'm really disgusted. I'm disgusted that we spent so much time and effort to do some good, and someone can just come along and just take all of our work and throw it out in the window like the garbage. I'm not going to stop. This is not going away. I'm not going away.
In response, the city of Virginia Beach released a statement saying in part a third investigation should be held off until the FBI and police criminal investigations are concluded. The bill could be brought up again during the budget process.
Well, 2 people from Northern Virginia are quarantined tonight as the coronavirus continues to spread.
This is a couple from Manassas. They had planned a luxury cruise to Asia. Live at 5, Diane Walker joining us now. And Diane, it didn't turn out as planned, I guess.
No, it didn't, Kurt and Carla. Instead of coming home, they are among thousands who are stuck off the coast of Tokyo after the virus broke out on their ship. Now we're hearing from the husband who says his wife is in a Japanese military hospital.
There's probably 40 or 50 ambulances in the parking lot.
Rod Bell of Manassas provided the cell phone video showing an ambulance leaving the Diamond Princess cruise ship with others lined up nearby. 2,500 passengers remain quarantined at the port of Yokohama after more than 100 tested positive for coronavirus. Rod's wife, Athene, seen here in photos from the early part of the cruise, is now being treated at a Japanese military hospital. Japanese officials have said the quarantine will remain in effect until February 19th.
So I'm just waiting out until the 19th of February so I can get off the ship. She's getting great care at the hospital. She's being seen by 2 doctors. She's in stable condition, I think. Basically, it's a mild form of the coronavirus.
Those who remain on the ship have meals delivered to their cabins. They have permission to walk on deck wearing masks 6 feet apart for a few minutes a day.
I know there are a lot of angry people. I don't see it, but I can sense it.
Bell says he's bent on remaining grateful.
I'm safe, secure. My wife is safe and secure. I know the ship's doing all they can. And the Japanese are certainly very professional in what they're doing.
Princess Cruises confirms at least 135 passengers have tested positive for coronavirus, including 24 Americans. On your side, Diane Walker, NBC 12.
All right, thanks so much, Diane. Well, a new pediatric primary care office is now open in Henrico. Secours Pediatrics of Richmond at Reynolds Crossing is now taking new patients, offering services from birth through college. The new office is more than 5,000 square feet with 9 patient rooms. You can find all the information on our website, NBC12.com.
Accurate, reliable, breaking weather specialists. This is NBC 12 First Alert Weather.
All right, nice shot from Skycam. We're hoping to see a little clearing. And if you look closely and you squint your eyes and you just kind of turn your head sideways, you maybe can see that blue little sliver of blue sky there on the horizon. There's a little partial clearing that will try to come into the area this evening, and we'll see a bit of clearing into tomorrow morning. If you're craving some sunshine, tomorrow morning for a couple of hours may be it, because after that we cloud up once again. But right now it is mostly cloudy in Richmond. 60 is our temperature. We have a westerly wind coming in lightly, 59 the dew point, which is very high, which means the air is quite humid. But that will drop later on tonight as we see that wind shift coming more from the west and northwest. It's not that much colder behind us, but eventually we will see that bigger drop in temperatures come into the area again later on tonight and tomorrow. In terms of rain, not much of it left for us. There's a little bit of it, little spits of it in spots, but most of it is down here in the southeastern corner of the state. I think bottom line for our area, we're not going to see much more of the rain, but out to the southeast, there'll be some more measurable rain down around the Tidewater area, that part of southeastern Virginia, where again, this is what's left of that rain ahead of the frontal boundary. The front itself coming through Virginia now will usher in the colder temperatures that we'll start to feel in the area later on tonight. Let's talk rain totals quickly. And about 3/4 of an inch of rain total here in Richmond. Check out Wakefield, over 2 inches of rain, 1.5 inches down in South Hill. So again, varying amounts of precipitation from this latest round of rainfall. And then watching the next area down here to the south. This big area of low pressure moving our way tomorrow night and Thursday, actually pushing through the mountains and bringing another cold front in. And that'll be a strong front. That'll bring us a chance of showers and maybe a rumble of thunder early Thursday or late Wednesday night. So here's your temperatures behind the frontal boundary for tomorrow. It gets colder, much colder air coming in. Then we warm up again for Thursday. Then we get cold again for Friday and into the start of the upcoming weekend. Lows today around 43 degrees. Keep a 3 in 10 shower chance mainly this evening. Hour-by-hour forecast tomorrow, mostly at 40s midday, and then we probably get up around 50-ish in the afternoon, maybe some lower 50s in some spots. It won't be too bad of a day, at least it'll be dry. Precip chances stay pretty low through the daytime tomorrow, and then it goes up to 30% toward early evening or late afternoon. So hour-by-hour forecast tonight. Clouds hang tough, but gradually erode, and then we have some sunshine to start our day tomorrow. Midday, partly cloudy, and then more of the clouds quickly come in, and then some showery skies come back into the area tomorrow late afternoon, and a good chance of rain tomorrow night and into Thursday, especially into midday Thursday. High temperatures warming, though, 68. Then Valentine's Day, 43, 42 for Saturday, and then getting warmer again early next week. So it does get dry, but much colder. Some really cold air coming in for Valentine's Day and the start of the upcoming weekend. Carla and Kurt.
All right, thanks so much, Jim. Well, a woman caught on camera driving the wrong way down a one-way street, and she didn't even realize it. But it may not be entirely her fault. Next at 5:30, the simple mistake that led her astray.
Plus, this is a new one, a bizarre find for customs officers at a D.C. airport. Why a passenger says he was bringing home a bag of tiny dead birds. That's coming up when Live at 5 continues.
Oh, 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 oh.
Hey everyone, Terrence Dixon here. I'm continuing our Black History Month coverage around Richmond, and I'm here at Richmond's first predominant black church, located at 2700 Haynes Avenue. The first African Baptist Church of Richmond was founded in 1841. Its members initially included both slaves and freed men. It has since had a major influence on the local black community, and at one point, it was one of the largest Christian churches in the United States, having thousands of members. Now, if you'd like to learn more about this or any other places you can visit this Black History Month, just head to my NBC 12 Facebook page. On your side in Richmond, Terrence Dixon, NBC 12.
A bag of tiny dead birds. That's what U.S. Customs officials at Dulles International confiscated from a passenger coming in from Beijing, China. Agents say the passenger told them the bag of birds was actually cat food, and believe it or not, it did have pictures of a cat and dog on the bag. However, the birds are barred from importation in order to prevent the spread of avian flu.
Well, we could be back on the moon by the year 2024, and it's all in part to the work being done right here in Virginia. NASA plans to put the first woman and the next man up there with its Artemis program. They hope this is a huge step to get scientists closer to human exploration on Mars. The Associate Administrator for Aeronautics says those in Hampton Roads will get unique access to these future plans.
It's an exciting future for the nation. It's an exciting future for Langley and the Hampton area. And the folks in this area get to experience it, be a part of it, be a part of that history. So it's just an exciting time to be part of NASA and to be part of this new space generation.
They say with new innovations and technologies, they will be able to execute missions they have never done before. Yesterday, President Trump included more than $25 billion for NASA in his annual budget request.
A Virginia county declaring a war on trash and taking action to keep the Commonwealth clean. Amherst County says it's using identifying information found in trash to link the litter to the litter bug. Those found to be responsible could face a $2,500 fine, even jail time. At a recent task force for the sheriff's office there have inmates working to pick that litter up. We are moments away from the news at 5:30.
Diane Walker standing by with a preview. Diane?
Hey guys, as we speak, votes are being cast in the nation's first primary for the 2020 presidential election. Ahead on your news at 5:30, the unexpected frontrunners in the make or break contest, plus what candidates need to do to keep their White House dreams alive. And back here at home, a vigil tonight for a Lyft driver shot and killed by a passenger. However, rideshare drivers are honoring Franklin Farrens. Those stories and more when you join us for the news at 5:30.